StraightsmileSolutions.com, and today I'm here at the IAO convention, and I just met with the rep from Centrum Ortho Organizers about the Carriere device, and evidently I was somewhat wrong in what I just posted and in my other videos. So he actually didn't, normally I'd have him do the demo, but he actually didn't want to be on video. So he told me a lot of information that I didn't know. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you some of the cool things that I learned about this device. I still have never actually used it, but I think that it definitely has indications in ways I hadn't thought about. So one point that he made that I never thought about is if you're using insurance and you're wanting to bill same day, so that usually means you have to actually glue something on teeth or deliver something, right? So unless you have in-house aligners or something like that, that's not gonna happen. But if you go ahead and bond the Carriere motion device, it counts as a start. So never ever thought about that before, the motion device. But you could do that especially in cases, but you know, the main thing is you cannot have 8s in, so no impacted third molars could be in. So you can go ahead and bond it either from 3 to 6 or from 4 to 7. So one thing I liked here that they told us about is that in cases with high canines, you could go ahead and bond it from 4 to 7. Let's say you have one of those cases where the 4s, 5s, and 6s and 7s all slid kind of forward, and the canines are up top, they blocked out, and they're high. You could go ahead and you make an S6 on the lower, which you could definitely do in office. Most people have a set-down machine, right? You go ahead and bond that hook on the bottom. Sorry for the glare here, but you can see the hook that they have right here. It's right here. So this is recommended. It's a really good hook, but you could also just take any bondable tube that you have from your braces and do that too, or any like Invisalign button. So lower is getting that hook. You can see how it's distally placed. You guys see how the hook is right there? So you can see that. And you put the S6 goes over that. There's a little window cut out, and then there's the motion device right there that's going from 3 to 6. So, or you know, you can go from 4 to 7. So that's it. If you've had some molar slippage, that's a great way to get that ortho start rolling, you know, and to get the molars, you know, locked into a position. Just it's going to shorten that aligner case a lot more. Or for braces cases, you know, it's really difficult to distalize. So just go ahead and get started, and it's so aesthetic. No one's even going to notice that they have it. Obviously, it's only going to work when they wear that elastic, and the elastic is going to go from right there, the front part of this lever, to the hook down there. So that's the class 2. They also have a class 3 version that's opposite. So one other cool thing that he told me about that I never thought about it is in a limited ortho patient, be it an adult, you know, with a tipped molar or a molar that needs uprighting, you know, maybe for a bridge or an implant, and maybe they don't want to have braces, or they want to just have, you want to do really like cheaper white label limited aligners, short-term aligners to try to save on lab fees, you can go ahead and put this device in, and this device can actually upright the molar. It doesn't have to distalize. You can just take it to the point of uprighting. And then go ahead and lock it in with a TPA or something like that, and then you could go ahead and finish your limited ortho in that segment, potentially, you know, decreasing the amount of aligners you have to just a few aligners or just a few brackets, you know, for a few months instead of something major. So those are 2 indications that I had really never thought of, but I really just wanted to explain it to you a little bit more so you can see that. So hopefully that was helpful information, and he did explain. Here's some cases here. There's not the greatest graphics, but just like I mentioned, I said indication would be in those blocked out canines, and that I can see, you know. This, you know, especially if it's a class 1 patient where they just had slippage, you know, definitely unilateral slippage. I can see the point of that. Midlanes are off. That would make sense. In this case, I don't love the idea of doing it in a class 3 patient who's clearly maxillary deficient. That probably wouldn't be what I would do. I would probably go ahead and use a traction face mask in that case. But he did say that, lots of protocols here, that the price point is more like $250 to, it's about $250 to $300 from both sides. So I think I said $500, so it's less than, and maybe it depends on where you buy it from too, you know, who the vendor, because I've been quoted much higher before. But hopefully that was helpful. I gave you the card before of this gentleman who's selling it. He's in Canada, but at least you know what's going on, and you know, maybe I'm a little more bullish about this device than I was before. All right, thanks so much.